Hi, and welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. If you were sent this link, that's because someone that cares about you thinks that you would make a great Beachbody coach. So we're here tonight as 6 coaches on the team Transform Nation to share with you a little bit about what that coaching journey has looked like for us and hopefully explain how it might be a great fit for you. I'm going to turn it over to my fellow coach and friend, Amy Garcia. She's a wife and mom of 2 and is excited to share with you a little bit about her story tonight.
Hi, my name is Amy Garcia, and I am a proud member of Team Transform Nation. I started my health and fitness journey about 5 years ago, but got truly committed in February of 2016. Although I'd lost weight and started to exercise after the birth of my daughter in 2010, my progress just seemed to plateau. I'd struggled with high cholesterol my entire life and had been on and off medications between the birth of my 2 children. So I was really looking for a way to change that. I'm a Texan by birth, so I grew up eating rich, fried, delicious foods and yummy homemade desserts, and that was my normal. So it wasn't until my friend and my coach, Darla Henney, introduced me to the 21 Day Fix Extreme and Shakeology, and my very first challenge group, that I began to sort of re-educate myself about the importance of nutrition and focused fitness. And after 2 rounds of 21 Day Fix Extreme, my results were just pretty evident to everyone around me, including myself and the changes I'd made for myself. So I was sold. I was sold on this new lifestyle. At 40 years old, I had found something new, and I'd found something that worked for me. My cholesterol was normal, and I was reversing my family history of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease. All of those things run rampant throughout my family, and I was changing my own history, and that was very important to me. And I knew I was going to be committed for the long term after this worked so well for me. And so I decided to take advantage of the coaching opportunity as a way to get a discount on my Shakeology, which I knew I was going to be using faithfully every day, and to be part of a team that was there to support me and be an even bigger challenge group for me to have at my disposal. But as my journey continued, people close to me began to ask me about the changes I'd made and what I had done, and how had I lost weight, and how had I gotten toned, and how was I healthier? How was I changing these numbers for myself? And my coaching that had started out as a discount quickly became more like a business, a hobby business that was taking me on my own health and fitness journey, but also allowing me to help the people that were close to me, and the people that I knew wanted to make an effort to change their own outcomes. So then I was able to coach a few people, and I was able to offset some of my expense with a small income. And so that was sort of the first transition in coaching for me. And then, and when I signed up for the coaching opportunity, I wasn't looking for a steady stream of income, and I wasn't looking to build a business. But as my confidence as a leader developed through my personal development and with the support of my team, and the needs of my family began to change, I really began to look at this opportunity as a way to build a business for myself. My son is 16. He's driving. There are more expenses. He goes to college in 2.5 years. So the expenses in my household are changing. And, I had left a very full-time, very chaotic job 5 years ago to be with my family full-time. And I was looking for something that would not make me have to return to that. And coaching was going to offer me the chance to build a business right here at home, on my own terms, and to be able to stay with my family. So I'm nowhere near the end of my journey. My journey continues every day, because it's always going to be work for me to stay where I am. But I'm not near the end. My business isn't where I want it to be, and I'm working towards that. But I've already helped so many people, and I've helped them find the tools to be successful in their own health and fitness journey. And I've been able to maintain my own results for almost 2 years. And that's been the most important thing to me. And my income is steadily increasing and my business is starting to grow. So I'm just the perfect story to tell you that whether you view yourself as a VIP customer who just wants a discount, or a hobby coach, somebody that wants to help a few people around them and pay for their shakes, or if you see yourself as a business builder, you can thrive as a member of this team in any of those three ways, and every type of coach is valuable as far as we're concerned. So that's just a little bit about my story and the way you can coach on this team. And I'm going to turn it over to Suzanne Clemens and let her talk to you.
Hi, everybody. I am a mom of 4 now. I started off this journey 2 years ago, and I was working the night shift. I'm a nurse. I had been for 15 years. I had just had my 4th kid, and I was looking for, well, I wasn't sleeping. I was working the night shift and I wasn't sleeping. I was probably sleeping like 6 hours in like a 3-day period. And I wanted to be able to stay home more and feel better. So I was kind of starting to keep my eyes open for an opportunity where I could work more from home. And that's when I started to notice my old friend from college, Darla, her posts about the business. And she seemed to be doing well with fitness and nutrition. And so I decided to reach out to her for the business opportunity to see if it would be a good fit for me. When I talked to her, I found out more about Beachbody. Honestly, I didn't really know anything about Beachbody. My husband had bought a P90X about 3 or 4 years before that, and I kind of laughed at him. And that's really all that I knew about it. So once I talked to her and found out that this was more about helping people to reach their goals with nutrition and with diet, for me, that was the healthy way. That's the only way. I knew it wasn't a quick fix. I knew it was something that they had to commit to. It wasn't a pill. It wasn't a wrap. It was seriously nutrition and exercise. This was something that I could totally back. And that was what was important to me. The thing that hung me up, though, was the Shakeology. If I was going to be in, I was going to be in 100%. And I found out that to do that, I had to have this shake called Shakeology, which I had never heard of. I'd heard it was a protein shake. For me, I like to eat my food. A protein shake or any kind of shake reminded me of my mom in the 80s and 90s eating like Slim Fast. And I was like, so I did my research. I'm very conscious of what I put in my body, found out that it was 100% natural ingredients, the best products from all over the world. They seriously go all over the world to find out the best products. There's absolutely no artificial ingredients, no artificial sweeteners, no artificial colors. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. So I put in her challenge group for the first time. I was a coach, but I was doing the challenge for the first time, just like everybody else, because I was going to be doing this. I wanted to know what I was doing, and I wanted to make sure that I experienced it as well. So I got my Shakeology, and what sold me was by the 4th day that I was drinking it, I think I was on my 3rd night shift, where I normally feel like complete crap. Like I'm going into that 3rd night and I feel awful. And I was going and I dropped my daughter off at soccer practice. I was heading into work and I was like, I feel amazing. Like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And I was sold that from then on, and I haven't ever stopped. And then the workouts, I was a runner. I had run marathons, half marathons. That's how I got my exercise. I'd either be running outside or on the treadmill. So then when I was going to be doing some at-home fitness, I was like, okay, I'll try it. This is going to be easy peasy. I started off with 21-day fix with the impression that this was going to be so easy, and I got it in the banks, and there's no way that I can get a workout better than my running. I was kind of a snob. So I did 21-day fix, not even 21-day fix extreme, 21-day fix, and it kicked my butt. I found out I had a whole lot of lower body strength, nothing up at the top. So once I found out that I was starting to tone my entire body and that it was improving my running time, I was completely sold on the products. And then as I got to know more about the company, I discovered the Beachbody Performance line, which is geared towards athletes. So Beachbody Performance line has a pre-workout drink, a hydrate drink, a recovery drink, and overnight recovery drink. So I started to do the research on that, and just like with Shakeology, all natural ingredients, nothing that would get you kicked out of an elite race. It is 100% natural. And then I found out that not only that, but Beachbody Performance is the official sports nutritional supplement of the Ironman. I don't know if you all know what the Ironman is, but that means those athletes are swimming 2.4 miles, biking 112 miles, and then running 26.2 miles. So you're talking about elite athletes here, much more than what measly me was with 26.2 miles. And they are feeding the products to them. So if the elite athletes can have it, then obviously it is so good for you as well. So there's no way that I couldn't back this company. It is 100% legit. They are founded on helping you and yourself and you becoming a better person. And I think that's where I developed the most was my personal development and how much emphasis they put on that as well. So I'm 100% sold on this company. And when you can back somebody like that, it just bleeds out to the rest of your life and everybody else can feed on that enthusiasm that you have. So that's where I was coming from. And now I'm going to pass it over to a brand new coach, Sarah, who's a mom of 2. And here she goes. Go for it, Sarah.
Oops, hi guys. Sorry, I was still muted, so hopefully you can hear me now. Yeah, my name is Sarah, and I am brand new at this. I am a speech pathologist, and my husband is a police officer, and we have 2 little boys, and we had 2 boys under 2 years of age. So they're very close together, and it was a little crazy. And I actually got into this because I was interested in losing the baby weight. I found it more challenging than I thought that it would be to lose the baby weight. And I knew Darla from before, so I reached out to her for some help, and I was hooked. I lost all the baby weight using Shakeology and the accountability groups pretty quickly, a lot faster than I would have if I just tried alone like I did after my first son. So I wanted to become a coach because I really have a passion for helping others, which is why I'm a speech pathologist and got my master's degree in that because I knew I just wanted to pursue that with my service to help others and use my strengths to really communicate to people. But I think this is a great avenue to help others too. And I wanted to be on this team because they're so welcoming and supportive and have the tools that are so important to help people be successful. So once I was a member of that team, I knew this is what I need to do to get other people to change their lifestyle forever. Because it's not just a short-term thing. This is something that can impact people's lives forever. I'm a better mom. I'm a better wife, I hope. I'm a better friend. The impact and the rewards of this program and being a part of this team are just endless. So I couldn't turn down the opportunity to be a part of the team. And I hope you guys will consider too being a part of the team if it's something that really speaks to you. I also admire all the women on this team because they work hard and put effort in, and nothing worthwhile and good comes easy. So it's really nice to be a team of women that are so empowering and strong, and men too, because there's men that like to do our programs too. So I hoped I touched on everything and a reason I wanted to be a member of the team. And I'm really excited to see where my business goes from here and help it grow. Oh, one more thing. I am a very kind of a shy person, I guess. And so it's a little bit out of my comfort zone to become a coach and share my life story with everybody. But the women on this team have helped me feel like it's something that I can do in baby steps. So if that's something that's holding you back too, just reach out and talk to one of us about it, and we'll share with you how we can overcome our fears and the personal development that this being a member of this team has brought to us. So I'm going to introduce Darla next. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Sarah. That was awesome. I am really excited to be able to speak and share with you guys about accountability groups. I want to share with you a little bit about how we serve these people that we share our journeys and these tools with. One of the reasons, there are several, but that I have become so very passionate about the coaching opportunity is if I'm going to put my name on something and I'm going to represent something to someone, I want to make sure that they're going to be as pleased with it as I was. What makes me feel comfortable here is my relationship with someone begins at the point of sale. It doesn't end at the point of sale. And that connection starts there, because once someone decides they want to utilize these tools, the workout programs, the Shakeology or the performance line, we then host them in a monthly accountability group or challenge group. This is a place, it's a safe space where we connect over the duration of a program on a daily basis, sharing things like tips and motivation and recipes and resources so that everyone can be successful. It's a really great way to connect other busy women to one another and give them a community to both, occasionally complain, but mostly cheer one another on as they're forging through this kind of uncharted territory in a fitness program or in eating clean. Now, if you're anything like me, you're a busy mom. I'm a busy mom. Amy's a busy mom. Suzanne's a busy mom. We're all busy moms. And when that is your story, the last thing you want to do is add something more to your plate. I know if I'm going to say yes to something, I've got to make very, very sure that it, is going to do something worthwhile for me. And these challenge groups not only serve the people that are coming to me as customers, but it has been a great service in my own journey and my own mental battle with weight. It keeps me on track and accountable every single month. And the really cool thing is, even though we have a lot of tools provided both Beachbody and that we've all collectively designed and worked together as a team, I can target my groups to any topic I want that I might need for my own personal growth. I look forward, and so does my husband, every February to doing a challenge group called the Husband Project, based upon a book that's supposed to help you elevate your marriage. So that's the way that I really get to pour back into my husband, who's so loving and supportive to me, and also help other women do the same thing in the challenge group. So you have tools and tips at your resources or at your fingertips, but the sky's the limit for the way that these challenge groups can look for you every month. It's a great way to help people take their results further, to get to know people, and to keep yourself accountable. The income potential for these challenge groups is also worth noting. When you make a client yours and they purchase a challenge pack, that repeats itself time and time again each month. But the same one challenge group serves several people. So you're doing the same work, and it's rewarding not only you, but these people in the group time and time again. So it is a really worthwhile way to spend your time and invest your resources to serve those who are joining you and to continue to serve yourself. I'm going to turn it over to my good friend, Sally, who is going to also explain how we weave this into our days as busy, busy moms.
Hey guys, I had to switch rooms because it's saying my internet wasn't working. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up if everybody's frozen. Anybody? Walking. See, every day.
Uh-oh, Sally's frozen up on us a little bit, like she lives in the country or something. Let's give her just a hot second, and if she doesn't clear up, we'll take it over to you, Lisa, and then turn it over to Sally. In fact, let's go ahead and do this. It looks like she's pretty frozen. Lisa, do you mind to go now, and then hopefully Sally can get her internet fixed?
Yeah. So I am Lisa. I started my journey with Beachbody about 2 years ago. I had a lot of success, dropped 40 pounds. I didn't really take my journey seriously and thought I could do it alone. So I went out on my own, stopped the accountability groups, and gained all 40 pounds back. So I just recently started taking things into my journey, my health journey seriously. In the past 3 months, I started back August with this group, and down 15 pounds. And the change that I've seen in myself not only health wise, but with personal development and feeling part of a group and helping others is like nothing that I've experienced before. So that's kind of where I've been, where I'm at. As an Emerald coach, I get a lot of objections being newer in this business and the past couple months. Oftentimes I'll hear that people don't have time. As you can see, I'm in my car, so I fit in 15 minutes to talk to you. You can find that just about any time during your day. Another objection that I hear a lot is finances, that they just don't have the money to join with the shake, or that their husband is objective, or that this is a pyramid scheme, none of which is true. And the same people that have problems with the finances or how much the shake costs is also spending $5 at Starbucks 3 times a day. So, I mean, I come across a lot of objections, and I'm still going through those daily. But through this group and through others' journeys, I'm realizing what the impact of $5 for a shake could be. I think it's actually $4.25 or something, to help your health, help your family's health, and your journey as a person as a whole. So that's my journey, where I've been. I think I'm going to turn it over to Sally to talk about, I'm not sure. You here, Sally?
I don't know. Am I here? Okay, I'm taking these off. Can I just tell you that I'm talking about a day in the life of a coach, and this is it, ladies and gentlemen. So first, let me just tell you a little bit about my story. My name is Sally. I have been a coach just over 2 years, and I started because I was on a ton of medicine for migraine headaches, for depression. I had a stroke right before my son was born, and I've been on medication my entire life. And if I wasn't on medicine, I was in tons of pain. So I chose that. And the medicine I was on, I didn't realize had so many side effects. And I lost so much weight to the point my coworkers would make fun of me because I was so skinny. And because of that, I was depressed, and the anxiety and the stress. And so I had all this going on. And I, I'm a mom of 3. My husband at the time was traveling. So I felt very alone, and my only friends were the ones I was sitting next to at my kids' baseball games, and I wasn't really sure, are you my friend because I'm the coach's wife, or are you really my friend? So I was going through a lot of this happening, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw an ad. It was a Facebook sponsored ad, and it said, are you looking for something more out of life? Do you wake up in the morning and you put everybody's needs before yours? Are you tired? Do you have no energy? Do you wonder who the heck you are today? Because your identity's been swollen up by those beautiful 3 little babies that I have. And I said yes to every single freaking one. I sent a message, and she immediately, my coach, immediately got back to me, and we had a conversation. And the funny part is I have all those emails saved because I said no for a good week. And my number one reason for saying no was I don't have time. I don't have time for this. I already, my husband traveled for work. I was a full-time teacher of journalism, so that included so many after hours. I have 3 kids that each are involved 2 to 3 activities a season. I run a baseball academy. We have 10 teams, and I'm in charge of them all. And a house and a home and freaking no, I don't have time for this. And so this went back and forth for a long time. And then she introduced something crazy to me called personal development. And she said, check this out, listen to this, read a little of this. In doing so, I realized the reason I didn't have time for anything is because I wasn't ever making time for me. And I say this a lot, that when I added this to my plate, somehow it got empty. And I'm not sure how that happened, except for it helped me time manage. I put my priorities first, and number 1 is me. Every freaking day, number 1 is me. When you put you first, everything else falls into place. When I started loving myself, I started loving them more. And that's how I make time for this in my day. I did this for about a year and a half when I decided this is what my future was going to be. I remember when I was able to go in with that resignation letter and resign from my career as a teacher, 15 years in teaching, and now I get to do this. I say it's part-time hours with full-time brain. Yeah. I still am a part-time teacher because I love it. It's my passion, but that's what's cool about this is I figured out how I can do what I love on my own time. I didn't have the confidence to say that 2 years ago. I would have just followed like a sheep, Darla. I would have been a sheep. And instead, I make my own hours and I get to do what I want to do. So this morning, guys, my kid woke up with 101-degree temperature. And I had all that crazy mom guilt because I made her play softball last night. But she got up. We tried everything that you do. And then I finally decided to take her to the doctor. I was able to do that. I didn't have to figure out how my sick leave was going to work. I didn't have to try to find a babysitter or someone down the street. I didn't have to call my husband, who's in the middle of a huge project, to stress him out. It worked. It worked because I had the confidence to say yes 2 years ago. One of the main things that I decided that I needed to add this to my schedule was because I was rushing. Give me a show of hands if you feel like you are always rushing. I remember when my son, Preston, who suffered from everything in the book, we were going from doctor to doctor to doctor to, he was in a million different study stuff, whatever. And he, plus all of his extra sports and whatever, school, my stuff. And he said, Mom, why are we always in such a hurry? And I cried in the car. And I said, there's no reason to be in such a hurry. And again, that took some soul reflection. And now people tell me all the time, Sally, why are you always so cool and collected and you never look rushed? It's because I made that choice. I decided that this is a schedule that works for me. So I'm sorry that I kind of went into an aside, but my schedule looks like this. Put me first. I do my personal development. I do my fitness. I have some breakfast first. I do that before my kids even wake up. Funny thing is, my mom always did that every single day. And I'd be like, why are you getting up for an hour and a half before we get up? And she always said, because you don't want to see me until I get my hour of alone time. So I guess we are our mothers. That's not such a bad thing. Then I sit with them. I have breakfast with my kids every single morning. That's a priority to me. I sit with them. We talk about their goals for the day. When they're out the door, I'm in this chair and I work. But I plan when I work and I set an alarm, and when I'm done, I am done, so I can be present for them. So are you adding something to your plate? 100%. Is it worth it? 150%. Because after you add it to your plate, you get to choose what else you add to it, which is pretty freeing. All right, that's all I have. Thank you guys for being a part of this and loving all of us for this. I'm a hot mess today, and that's just cool because it can be like that because these women right here support me for who I am, support me in this business, and are going to support you too. So please contact your coach that invited you to this because we want you to be a part of this crazy crew. If you have any questions, contact them, us, or below, and we look forward to talking to you real soon.